What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Mental Groove. I've got a Kevin Samuels clip today that I haven't seen yet, but I've heard people talking, so let's watch it together and see what all the buzz is about. If you're into honest reactions and thoughtful conversations, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it.
What's going on, Ariel?
Hi, how are you?
I am well.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I did. What did I get wrong?
I don't think you got anything wrong. I was hoping that you could help me out.
If you could do me a favor. The YouTube channel, do you have that on?
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead and close that YouTube window.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Do. No. Cute name. Yeah, we need cute names. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
1 second.
All right. You got all that noise in the back.
Okay,
What's going on? Yeah, I can.
Okay, so
What do you need my
I just
help
want
with?
you to help me out. I feel like I've kind of gotten into the feminist propaganda growing up. So I'm trying to get all of that out of my head so I can find myself a husband.
Okay. All right. Feminist propaganda. So were you raised by mom and dad?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. You're in Murderer's Row right now. It's like, ooh, got to get it done. And what part of the country are you in?
Say it again.
What part of the country are you in?
So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right. And do you want to have children?
I do.
How
I
many?
want a pretty big family.
Pretty big. How many is pretty big?
Like 4 or 5. I grew up with 3 brothers and 1 sister, so
All right.
I like big families.
Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife or do you want to actually work?
Yes, so I want to be a stay-at-home wife. I don't have any kids right now or anything. I kind of just been working on my business for the past 6 years, so I actually have my own business.
What kind of
at
business
home
are you in?
now? So
What kind of
I
business?
wouldn't mind staying at home and working from home.
Okay, what kind of business?
I'm a fashion designer.
Huh. There you go. You actually make clothes?
Yes, I
Okay.
make gowns.
Cool. Profitable business. You can get it. All right. So, what led you into this? Okay, who runs the house between mom and dad? Who made the final decision?
My dad. My mom was actually a homemaker. And
Then how the hell did you get into feminist propaganda?
so I actually
I am
don't
woman,
know,
hear me roar. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know. I've always just loved designing and being a designer. So wanting to own my own business and work was something that always drove me. So when my mom quit her job after having me and just wanted to stay at home, I was always like, Mom, why don't you want to get a job? Why don't you want to help me?
I get it. You didn't see what mom did is like work. That's what happened.
Sorry, I can barely hear you.
I said you didn't see what mom did is like work, or like a lot of the women in the baby boom generation didn't see what women in the silent generation did as work. I get it. Mom was a homemaker. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And entrepreneurialism, especially among black women in Atlanta, does equate to feminism a lot of times. All right. So you're 27 years old. Are you in a sorority?
Yes, I am.
Which one?
I'm an AKA.
Ski-wee. So you're like prototypical.
Is there any way you can turn your volume up? I can barely hear you.
Yeah. Let me see. You should be able to hear me, but let me make sure. Okay, my volume is up. On Zoom, do you have the Zoom on speaker?
Let me see.
Do you have a head like an
There it
earpiece?
goes. Okay.
You
I
got
can
it?
hear you a lot better.
All right. So, mom was a homemaker. So, did you ever ask mom how she got dad?
That's a great question. They actually met at church.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really pretty sheltered, actually. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
They met at church. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go to
Watch
church?
it. I do now. I kind of, when I moved away from home, because I'm actually from Seattle, Washington. So when I moved away from home, I kind of stopped going for a while, got caught up in Atlanta. But I kind of got back more into myself.
All right. I'm
and
going to say,
church.
so your family's
No.
from the West Coast?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to say this just because of the city. Atlanta is known for a very, an abnormally high STD rate.
Yes,
Just,
I know.
just as a new resident, I would tell you, just want to make sure you have a clean bill of health.
Yes.
That's.
I've actually been here for 3 years now in Atlanta, but actually I haven't dated anybody this whole year.
Okay.
So I'm just
cool.
I'm really.
So how active are you? How active are you socially?
I try to stay socially active, but since I'm a fashion designer, I go to a lot of like fashion shows and things more in that realm. So
yeah, I know. Well, I'm in a similar business, and then there's a bunch of women and gay guys.
Yes, exactly.
I know. I feel like I know. So I walk in there after they realize he's not gay. It's like, hey, how you doing? Okay, so you want to stay at home. So you can actually work from home and actually have revenue coming in. But let me ask the $64,000 question. Okay. I know what you do and I know what you want. What does Blake Henry get from you for being his wife? You got to. So this is what you call your sales pitch.
Okay.
How are you selling yourself to the market?
I'm definitely feminine. I love dressing up every day. Every day I go out, I wear heels. Dresses is a norm for me. Beautiful. I definitely keep up my looks, my mannerisms. Learning more how to cook. I don't really cook that much, but that's something I would definitely do for my husband.
Let me stop right there. There. You gotta cook. If you want a big, let me explain why. Practically. Okay, you want 3 children or so, right?
Yes.
Boys and girls. What's your dream mix of kids?
My mix would be like 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. So you want to have 2 boys and 2 little AKAs in training.
Yes.
You mean to tell me you want somebody to prepare the food that's going to grow them into adulthood?
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's why that's why you have to learn how to cook for your children, and your husband gets it as a benefit. But cooking is one of the ways in which you really can show love to your children and your husband. Plus, you can control all the stuff. You're in good shape. All this processed stuff going on, trust me, keeps the food bill down, everything else. Besides, you know how many women can't cook these days? You don't have to become a chef, but just learn how to do more than shake and bake. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Learn how to do some basic stuff. Right over here at Lenox Mall, I've been to 6 different cooking classes over there. All right, so you're feminine, this, that. If I had to ask what's the longest relationship you've ever been in?
Like 1.5 years.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
That was in college. So maybe like 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, I've definitely been married to my business.
Okay, all right. And so if I asked, and you say your age again, 27. 27. Yes. So if I asked your ex, what kind of girlfriend you were, what would he tell me?
I definitely think he would say I was a great girlfriend. Maybe I just am too busy. Like I work a lot. Okay. And so sometimes that can be intimidating for men that I used to date. Okay. Because my business was getting better.
Let me put a tag right here. Ladies, this is called the exit interview. I suggest a lot of you, if you're cool with your ex, really truly you're cool, you're not still hooking up. You got some distance. Go out and ask them what kind of girlfriend you were, and you might be surprised. That's for the audience. But this was years ago in college. So you've been focusing on your business. Okay. Yeah. How's that going
I fell prey to like the hookup culture
Okay.
and stuff like that. So
All right. So, how is that transition? Well, let me ask you this: has your business become really successful? Are you doing really well? Or are you still trying to break your way in? Where are you at?
I'm doing pretty well. Corona kind of set me back a little bit, but it's definitely to where I want it to be.
Okay. So, meeting a man on the kind of level here in Atlanta, there are a lot of us. There are a lot of these guys. But the question is going to become, how do you get on his program? Because it sounds like you're used to having your own program, not following a man's program.
Right.
So, are you in my group, The Mix?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Hang out in there, because see, what I'm starting to find a lot more younger women asking these questions. But see, that's the questions you're going to have to ask yourself. One, you already have the picture of yourself together, but how are you going to be a helpmeet to the man that would eventually put you in the position to get the things you say you want? And believe it or not, that cooking thing, it's not just about the food. It's what it says. Do you have a history of, let's say, your ex-boyfriend? Did you wash his clothes? Nope.
A few times.
Nope. You didn't wash his clothes. You washed his clothes when you were going to do yours. So what history do you have of? I'm going to use it. What history do you have of serving a man?
I used to cook for my ex-boyfriend. I did.
Okay. But serving. I mean, cooking. See, a lot of times especially with black women today, when they cook, it's more about them. So it's like, hey, I'm going to cook for you, and you cook salmon and whatever, and then you'll serve that, and they're like, it's a production. But then if it's just 2-piece Tuesdays, are you still serving your man? See, that's the kind of thing that makes the difference between a woman who's really truly cooperative and submissive and feminine versus it's a little bit more for show. Have you ever hung around a lot of women from other cultures, like say women from Mexico, women from China? And when
they know how to cook.
Where'd you go to college?
Washington State.
So when you were in Washington, did you ever hang out with any non-black women and see how those other cultures moved while you're on the yard?
Not too. It was mostly black.
Okay.
Friends,
so this is
college, but
this is where going to a non-denominational church in Atlanta, even just to visit. See, visiting other cultures and seeing how women move is a completely different thing, because what you basically told me is a story that we hear often in the black community. That's what happened in the baby boomers and in silent generation. My mother's generation looked at her mother's generation as weak because they were wives and married and all that kind of stuff. They were the last generation that was married for 40, 50 a lifetime. But they all secretly wanted that. They were the first generation to get hit with this third wave or second wave feminism. My mother finally gave up that bullshit at 53, and she's been married at 52 and been married ever since. So there's hope. But she serving a man. There are a lot of things you're going to have to hear about and actually start to incorporate, because you can't wait to get a husband to do it. See, this is where white women and to a lesser degree and to a greater degree Asian women, especially Chinese women, have a lot of women beat, because they like their men and they actually don't have a problem serving their man or any other man. So let's say I asked you, did you do your boyfriend's laundry? And you said sometimes. And the answer should have been, I did it all the time. Matter of fact, here's would have been even a better answer. I did his laundry, and then his roommate, I did his laundry too. See, if I said what is the race of the woman that did her boyfriend's laundry and his roommate's laundry, do you think somebody would have said black?
probably not.
Nope. But then imagine
Probably
but then imagine if I said, here's what this woman looks like, and there's a picture of you. Do you think people would be shocked?
Maybe.
No, people would be hella shocked, because they'll be like, a black woman did your laundry and your friend's laundry or your fraternity brother's laundry. Yeah. Okay. It's that kind of mindset, because at the end of the day, you can think about the kind of man you're saying you want to. This is a guy who's going to be working, 12-hour days, 16-hour days, $300,000 a year in corporate America. Or you know what it is to make that kind of money as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So
okay.
There we go.
I'm soaking this in. This is great knowledge.
Well, yeah. So normally you have to pay for it, but stay in the group. Stay in the group. Stay in the group. And I would love to, ladies, ask yourself, what would my ex say? Do an exit interview. Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
See you, Ariel.
Thank you so much. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go. Hotlanta, baby. Sorry. Let me bounce you out.
Okay.
And there's so not touching my clothes. Why not? Why is she not touching your clothes? Why do you guys not want these women to touch your clothes? She should touch your clothes. Or even if you have your clothes dry cleaned, she should take them to the dry cleaners. See, when I say that younger women are starting to realize, I don't want to be by myself. All right. Not making this stuff up. Ben says, my girl is the foreign. I'm not allowed in the kitchen. The first time I dated a woman, I loved to cook. Matter of fact, I was raised by a diehard feminist. Yeah. So I cook better. I cooked better than most women that I've dated. I mean, I'm a pretty unique guy in that sense. But the first time I dated somebody who was from a traditional background, I was confused. I wasn't allowed in the kitchen. Weren't allowed. You're in the front with the men. They're bringing your drinks. Bring your slippers to put on. They have slippers in the house for you to put on. Like, pretty freaking incredible, man. And the women were happy to be doing it. And the men were happy to be doing it. The women enjoyed their role. And the men enjoyed their role. We honestly, when it's all said and done, human beings know how to do this. It's just all this other BS that's been put on top of us that kind of holds us up. But anyway, let me round this up. I'm getting tired. So it's past midnight. Bottom line is this. I said it earlier and I say it again. You're too old to be acting like this. Brothers, you're too old to be acting. It's time to grow up, step into that manhood we always talk about. Okay, you ain't wearing a suit. Well, what's your version of a suit? What's your version of a mask? You ain't wearing a suit on Saturday. You ain't go. Okay, what's your version of this? Okay, you don't want to wear a suit. It can't be jeans, sneakers, and a t-shirt. What's the grown damn man version of what you wear on the weekend? Oh, I'm dressing for comfort. No, men dress for outcomes. We don't dress for comfort. We dress for outcomes. Ladies, it's very simple. Avoid women like the caller. She didn't think she was doing anything bad, and honestly, it's not. If it's just for her, but if that's in your ear, get away from that. If you say you want something different than what she has as an outcome, ask yourself a question: do you want her life? And especially as a younger woman, a lot of these older women are selling you guys on strong, independent, powerful. You don't need that. And it sounds sexy. It sounds that. But do any of these women sound like these women who ask yourself a question? The people who give me advice sound happy, not successful. Do they sound happy? I said it again in 2019. This year was the year of the Happy Henry. Hashtag 2020 Happy Henry. Happiness. Is what you're doing going to lead you to an outcome of happiness? If not, you can change it.
All right, this caller is 27 and finally realizing that the feminist messaging she grew up on didn't actually help her get closer to the life she wants. She wants a husband, wants a family, and she's willing to work from home once she's pregnant. But here's the truth. She's still married to her business. She's proud of being an entrepreneur, and that's great. But she admits it brings a lot of that independent, masculine energy she's trying to let go of. When she's asked what a high-value man gets from her, she says she can cook, look nice, be feminine, but relationships require more than presentation. Her longest relationship was 4 years ago, 1.5 years long, and everything since then has been work first, feelings later. You don't get a husband while treating your business like your partner. If you want a family, you've got to create space for the role you say you want to play.